Hello and welcome. My name is Kata. I am the intuitive healer, and if this is the first time tuning into my channel, then thank you so much for being here. I talk about a lot of different spiritual topics, as well as astrology and energy, emotional healing, and all that kind of stuff. So today, and for this week in particular, for like the second week of March that we're heading into now, I wanted to talk about the energy of taking back our power. This seems to be the energetic theme for this week. I feel it strongly both within my personal life, and I'm also seeing it and kind of sensing it externally, and I'm seeing it for other people too. So this week from March 7th until like the 14th, and then even moving into next week, there's such an opportunity for us to manifest really huge things in our lives. The energy is supportive of it. It is present for us. Really, it's here for the taking, right? And I always encourage people, when you're not aware, you can't create things with intention. But when you are aware, then you really are able to take control over your life and take control over the things that you think you don't have control over. So this week is going to be all about taking the time to sit with yourself and really, really asking yourself, like, the tough questions and the questions that really matter at the end of the day. What do I truly desire to experience in my daily life? Who do I desire to be present in my daily life? Who do I want to share that journey with on a daily basis? Or what kind of an energy or what kind of a feeling do I want to experience as I move through my daily life with different people in it? Like, what is that? What do I want that to feel like or to look like from me? And that's just like one little step or aspect of the energy and of the potential that you can manifest for yourself this week and moving into coming weeks. March and April have highly, highly potent manifesting energies. Now, these energies so with that being said, like, you can manifest positive or negative things with this energy. It really is up to you, and it's up to your vibration, and it's up to your intention to basically decide. This is the whole thing of that power, taking back personal power that I started talking about a moment ago. Like, that's exactly what the opportunity it provides is we get to choose. Like, are you going to use your personal power and initiate something really good and positive in your life, or are you going to, get sucked back into your negative patterns, and are you going to give your power away to those negative patterns and allow them to control you and to keep spinning you in a situation that you don't want to be spinning in? Because that's what happens, right? When we become stuck, when we're constantly choosing the same thing for ourselves over and over and over, and we don't realize that we have an opportunity to choose something better for us. We're just not choosing it. But we usually don't choose it because we're not conscious that we can choose it, right? If you don't even know that you have options, that you can literally create a brand new reality for yourself, if you're not aware of that, then how are you going to choose something better? So, and this is like jobs, relationships, partnerships in business. There's so many different areas of our lives where this choice is now being presented, where you have a chance to see, does this truly work for me? Am I really truly happy in the situation that I'm in? Or is there something that I can do to change that situation? Is there some kind of a control or a power that I have over this? And the answer is yes. The answer is always yes. Even when we feel like we're in situations that we're powerless over, or that we have zero control over, it's never true. We always have a degree of influence, whether you're aware of that influence or not, right? Because when you're connecting mentally, emotionally, energetically to a situation, you're putting energy into it. You are contributing. It's not happening to you. You're actually a part of it. And again, it's what awareness is what determines whether you know that or not, whether you realize or not that you are constantly actively creating your reality. So this week, if you want to create a different reality for yourself, you have an opportunity to do that. This week, if you want to create a brand new trajectory for your future, for your life, you have an opportunity to do that. But it's going to require setting the intention and really truly honing in on that focus and figuring out what it is that I actually truly desire, not just the things in your mind. Because I often find, even for myself, like I get so lost sometimes in just in like these trappings of my mind trying to tell me or dictate what I want. But see, there's a disconnect, because it's not enough just to have your mind tell you what you want. Your heart actually needs to dictate, and your heart needs to be a part of that decision making process. So anything that you choose for yourself, the first thing you have to check in with actually is the heart, not the mind. The mind should help make the choice clearly once you understand what you're truly feeling about that situation. And this again comes back to like a power thing, right? We have the power to choose, to go within and to figure out like what is the feeling that is connecting to this situation, not just what is my mind saying about this situation. Because it's not enough. Just the mind is not enough, because you're not just the mind. You're a human being, and you have feelings and emotions and intuitions and senses and certain perceptions about things, right? Those are all things that we have to be mindful of and tuned into that part of ourselves, so that we can actually pick up all of that subtle little vibrations and information in our environment that then helps us to make significantly better decisions. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I've made poor decisions because I always made those decisions out of my mind only. And I didn't tune in. I didn't check in with my own intuition. I didn't check in with my own heart feeling and like a genuine, to see if there was a genuine connection there. I didn't feel for that connection. I didn't look for it within myself. I was just looking to make a choice based on my thoughts. Right. And so these disconnects within myself are what I have learned have kept me from things and from the life that I actually truly want to live. And it's all because of, all stemming from me giving my power away to certain thoughts, even, right? Like, having awareness about that in itself is a huge thing. It's just like, what kind of thoughts am I having? And am I giving my power away to my own thoughts? Thoughts that are disconnected from a feeling within me. Because that's what you have to think about and feel about. Like, connect the two. Am I just thinking these thoughts, or am I actually feeling something here as well? Because if there is a feeling connected to it, then that feeling is what should dictate your next move or your action first and foremost, right? Not the mind, not the logic. And then there's also times where you need to meld the two and bring the two together and use the logic and the heart and actually make a decision with the two combined. And in most cases, that is how it always should be, actually, is that we should always be making, all of our choices from that connection of the mind and the heart. That is personal power. That is you using and taking back your power and using it in a way that serves not only you, but everyone in your environment, right? All the people that are also involved in whatever situation or circumstance, they're also going to benefit, because you have now changed your whole outlook on the situation. You've changed your vibration, because there's a connection within you. And I find that connection, like when I make my decisions out of that heart and mind coherence, those decisions always work out really, really well. And in realizing this, I'm now feeling this more intense desire. And I think that comes from an awareness within myself, that I'm just realizing more and more that, like, wow, like, I really love it when I make my decisions that way. And I really connect and resonate with that a heck of a lot more than the way I used to make my decisions, which was always based on fear. So every choice, almost every choice I ever made was based on fear. Fear was always in the background, influencing that decision. And that's what's shifting now, is I don't make choices based on fear. Of course, the pattern is still there. To overcome these patterns and to take your personal power back in itself is a process. And it's a deep one, because it takes time. You got to find that power within yourself first. Like, I didn't even know where the fuck that was. Like, I was like, where is my personal power? I didn't feel like I had any. I feel like life was always happening to me, not for me. And now it's happening for me, not to me. And now I realize how much influence I have and how much say and how much input I actually have energetically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, with everything that's going on in my life. It's not happening to me. It's happening for me. And every situation that arises that is difficult or challenging is just always there to highlight something that you're not aware of. I'm going to use a perfect example. This weekend, I went to the spa with my girlfriend, with my best friend, and we planned it, we made a day of it. And on the way to the spa, we had an early morning, it wasn't early morning, it was like 11:30 a.m. appointment. However, we had a 2.5 hour drive to get there. So the spa was quite far. And in going on our way there, I ended up getting a speeding ticket. And I didn't even realize I was speeding, actually. Like, it wasn't this intentional, well, I'm going to go fast. It was just the roads were clear. There was hardly anybody on the road, and it was kind of backcountry, and I was just going. Like, we were chatting and listening to music in the car, and I was just going. And then all of a sudden it was like, boom, and I have such a cop radar. Like, the crazy part is that usually I'm like so aware. Like, I always know where police are, and I'm a super safe driver. I have to say this. Literally, this is like, I never get tickets. I never get pulled over. It just doesn't happen. I'm a very safe, cautious driver. But, for whatever reason, this day was just like, and it was such a profound message. Like, so I totally got busted. I got pulled over for speeding. I almost zoomed past the cop, right? And boom, within seconds, lights came on. So, and it just caught me off guard like crazy, because I wasn't expecting that. Like, it hasn't happened. And like, I think the last time I got a speeding ticket was like 15 years ago or something, so this has been a super long time since this happened. And then afterwards, I was just like, looking at my girlfriend, I was just like, what the fuck was that? Like, how, where did that even come from? And she said something very profound. She just looked at me and she goes, you know what? I think that was a sign from the universe. Like, just slow down, Kata. Like, you're just so, because I was anxious about getting there. I don't know the way. We were GPSing it, and she had the GPS, and I didn't see the phone directly. Like, I couldn't see the map directly, and that was kind of giving me some anxiety. So overall, the moral of the story was that I was basically distracted, and I was in high anxiety, and I was in stress. I was in fear. I was in fear of being late and missing our appointment, because at the spa, like, if you miss your appointment, then, it's tough luck. Then you miss it and you don't get a refund. So, I was just anxious, and we were well on time. Like, I don't even get where my anxiety was coming from, but it was just getting the speeding ticket was this like huge awareness for me that, like, Kata, you're not present. You're not present, and you're not checked in. You're not tuned in properly in this moment. You're in fear and you're in anxiety. Like, just calm the fuck down and relax, because when you don't, this is the kind of shit you attract. And it was, at first I was upset about the ticket, and then afterwards, once I like processed it, and once we were like in the baths and stuff, and we obviously were nice and calm, and we talked about it afterwards, and I was just like, wow, like, I'm actually so grateful that happened, because it was a bit of a like, like a little slap in the face from the universe, reminding me to slow down. And Kata, don't be in fear. You're going to have an amazing day at the spa. Like, what the fuck are you so anxious for? It was all about my awareness and the realization that I needed to slow down and calm down. So, and you know what? It was awesome too, because I really didn't allow that to ruin my day, even though it was like, $140 ticket. So it's like up there. I was just like, you know what? That was the cost of my lesson. That was the cost of me not being present and me not being aware. So it cost me $140 in that moment to not be aware. But that's okay, because that also kicked me right into awareness mode. So, that's why I'm saying, like, don't look at challenges in your life and don't look at difficult situations as life happening to you. No, this is life happening for you. that this was a perfect example of spirit reminding me to slow down and to be more aware and be more grounded and be more calm, like chill your energy out. Because that's who I normally am, but in that moment, that's not who I was being. I was abandoning myself. So yeah, super cool insight, and it was an awesome weekend regardless, and had a super amazing time with my girlfriend. It was really great. And it was a very, very much needed self-care day. It was just epic. Like, it really needed to happen. We were actually waiting 2 years for this spa day because this is a ritual we do every single year, and we haven't been able to do it since the pandemic. So anyway, that's my message today, guys. So really tune into the energies, tune into yourselves, be aware, slow down, take your time, and really just tune into you and get away from people if you need to do this. I find it's so much more helpful when you actually are only in your own presence and you're not around other people. It gives you true insight into your energy only, not into other people's as well. So take some time this week, and every single day this week, write and journal and write down your wishes, your desires, what you want to manifest, and focus on seeing it already happening. Focus on taking back your power when it comes to any of your negative patterns, when it comes to any of your bad habits, when it comes to anything that you feel is not authentic, or anything that you feel is in fear or is fear-based. Take your power back from those situations. Do not be afraid of the conflict over in Europe. Do not be afraid of the things they show you on the news. Do not be afraid of COVID. Do not be afraid of anything whatsoever. Not of people, not of circumstances, not of situations, not of war, not of anything. Do not be afraid, because that fear vibration is exactly what the darkness wants. It wants for people to be in low vibe and to be in fear. That is exactly how you give your power away. So don't give your power away to fear this week. Please stay tuned in to yourselves, checked in, and take some time to really understand whether this and this is balanced or not. And if it's not, then take the time to balance it through meditation, through writing out your desires, your intentions, your wishes, and what you want to manifest, and the type of future that you envision for yourself. Write all of this down, or record it for yourself, however you want to do it. But take the time this week, because the energy that's here is going to amp it up. It's going to amplify it and push it up to the surface and really help bring it into the 3D physical realm. So that's it for this week, guys. I hope this message was helpful. I love you all. Manifest. Let's manifest the shit out of this week, and let's get some really, really positive intentions in the real 3D in existence. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please hit a like, a share, a subscribe to help support this channel, to help messages like this get out to other people. It will not get out if you guys don't share it, if you guys are not liking it. So thank you so much if you are supporting me, and love to you all. Take care. Bye.